Welcome, Flosstube. This is episode number 6. It's Sunday, March the 18th, and we're going to go over some...
And we're the Stitching Monks.
And we're the Stitching Monks.
He's Noel, I'm Lori.
Go ahead.
What, finishes first?
Finishes?
We're a little behind putting up a floss tube, but the good news is, I actually got some stitching in. I actually made some time for some serious stitching. I'm not going to flip to the actual picture, but this first one is out of this book by Sam Hawkins. I think I've shown a few things in it, I think the last video. And I made this little duck that says rain, rain, go away. It just kind of spoke to me a couple weeks ago. It just felt like the rain was never going to stop. And now, you know, we're back to snow in the forecast. Gotta love Indiana. Just backed with a simple fabric. And I could have done a little better centering that fabric. There's chicks in there, but all you can see is their tail feathers. I am not a sewer. And I sat down, was that Friday?
Friday.
To sew these. It was agony. First, my sewing machine wouldn't work. Then I got things lined up wrong. Obviously, this was one of them. I got
Fabric on backwards?
Fabric on backwards. I forgot to put the right sides together. I mean, the most basic of things. I can't remember what. It was just a nightmare. And then to top it off, our old dog that we've showed before, who has doggy dementia, decided he was going to circle around me. And he kept getting stuck on my sewing machine. So I'm sewing these with the cord thrown over my shoulder. It was an aggravating day.
It's not funny.
It was funny. We have to laugh about it or we cry about it, right? And then the rest of these came from, let's see, April 2017, the Cross Stitcher. And I didn't stitch like the whole picture. I just kind of picked what I wanted. Like this little bunny was tarted in, I think, pink. And I decided, what was that?
Lightly.
Okay. And I decided I wanted a purple bunny. And he has Easter eggs on the back. I'm going to have an avalanche over here, I'm sure of it. And then this little bunny had stuff around him. I don't even remember what it was. But I just wanted the bunny. Again, just a simple little. This was the one the fabric got. No, it wasn't. Sorry. Next one was. And this little chickie. And as you can see, it's not cut the same on both sides. Because when I was cutting the Ada out, I wasn't drinking or anything, I promise. But I did not cut it out right. And so I had to do a little creative. Well, when I went to put the back on, I turned the back the wrong side. So I had to rip it off and then realized you're going to have to recut that too because it wouldn't fit the other direction. So a little upset about that. But it's done. And that's what's important, right?
Fully finished.
Fully finished. I put off dragging the sewing machine out to fully finish things. I mean, these are obviously for Easter. We're what, 2 weeks away?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. They were done like a week before I made myself get the sewing machine. The other finish I have is Foxwood Crossings Better Roads. I absolutely loved stitching this one. I loved everything about it. I stitched it on, I think, was this oatmeal? Is that what I told you?
I think it is.
14 count oatmeal. I can't see now.
Back up just a little.
Okay.
All right.
I absolutely loved stitching this one. It didn't take me very long either. Probably because it was kind of my go-to. It didn't have to think too hard. That is all of my finishes.
That's all of your finishes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have one finished. In her parade. I don't know where you got this pattern.
Oh, it was a freebie off, I think, DMC.
Okay.
Years ago.
I stitched up these little Peeps bunny rabbits off a pattern that Lori gave me, and it's what, 18 count, Ada?
No,
probably, or 14
that's 14
count.
count.
Yeah, 14 count Ada, and then she finished it up in
He's upside down.
the pillow.
No, he's really upside down.
Yeah, it's really
Before he was
There we go.
sideways. There you go.
And that was the only finish I had.
Nice, fully finishing on that one.
Yeah, you fully
you
finished
did. No,
it well.
you did a good job. You dude.
I did a good job.
You did a good job, dude.
What else we got?
Well, if that's all your finishes,
That's the only thing I finished.
We have whips. You want to go
Whips.
first on your whips?
Okay. I'll go back and visit the dog first.
I've got it. You are just tenacious, and I am more in awe of you
We're crazy.
every time. Well, there might be that too. That had nothing to do with this, though. I don't think. He's not giving up.
I've showed you this before, but I've taken to calling this my Lavender Retriever because I'm not a big fan of all the colors in it, really. She keeps saying it'll come together, but
all you
I have my
stitchers
doubts.
know how they'll use colors. You think there's no way this is going to look right, and this dog has a lot of lavender in it. And he kept going, I don't think it's going to look right. And I keep telling him, trust your pattern. So, Busilla, you better not make me out to be a liar. That's all I'm saying.
So, this is a little kit. This is I Didn't Do It by Busilla. And it's like, oh, that's little. It won't be too bad.
No, I never said that.
Yeah, she never said that. But here's what I've got done on it so far. And I can't even tell you how long I've been stitching on this thing.
Which I think is very impressive. I am very impressed.
But,
because for every, 10 stitches you put in, you take out at least 2.
yeah, it's been kind of a fight.
You've learned a lot, though. You've learned you are not real terribly fond of kits.
Yes.
Or fractional stitches. You're not real
fractional
fond of those.
stitches I
You've
don't
learned
really
a
care
lot.
for. Yeah. Then here's another one. I don't know, again, I don't know where you got this pattern.
It's Franny Ritter design.
It's a Franny Ritter design,
Got it
but I don't
probably
know.
from 1, 2, 3 Stitch.
Franny
Ritter, I think.
Franny Ritter. Anyway, here it is. It's a little Easter egg. Beautiful. And
gorgeous.
just about done stitching it up. I've got to finish the outlining on
It
it.
looks so nice.
But this is where we're at.
Now tell them why you stitched that one, honey.
I stitched it because you wanted it stitched.
I know. Isn't he sweet? I wanted that one stitched by Easter, but I couldn't work it into my schedule. And he said, I'll do it. And I'm like, okay.
So.
And you really have come through that one pretty fast because you just started it last Sunday.
Was it?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it just has a little outlining and it'll be done. And then he can get the sewing machine out and he can make a pillow.
Do you really want to go there again?
No. I don't want to go there again for myself either because I ended up having to take it apart Friday to get it to work. I don't know what was up with that.
I think that's all that I've got in progress.
Okay. All right. You can go ahead and show those.
Okay.
These are...
we got out our Rit dyes the other night. What? Yesterday night. No, Friday
night. Late.
Yeah. And started playing with the dye again.
When we had to be up early the next morning.
Yeah, it was smart.
Yeah. We often make decisions like that,
I'm going
don't
to
we?
start with this Vickery. I showed you guys this before. This was actually the first piece that I decided was when I was gonna stitch.
That he hasn't taken a stitch in it yet.
Haven't started it yet. But it's the General Store by Vickery.
Isn't that cool?
And I have no idea how that's going to be to stitch up yet. But
Easy,
I hope.
It cannot be any worse than that dog.
So I told her we were going to dye our own fabric for it. So here it is. And this...
If I put this behind it, you think it'll...
Maybe. Okay. It's not ironed or anything, but it's a sandstone color that we dyed. And it's you can't probably see it, but across the bottom there are some shadow lines or...
Creativity lines.
Yeah, creativity. See, I brushed this one, didn't I?
Yes.
I put this on with this little foam brush and then put some dark lines in here that have pretty much all gone away.
You can see that more in this light than you could.
Right.
We do our dyeing out in our laundry area. The lighting out there is horrid. So the next morning when we go out, it's all kind of a surprise to us.
It's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, then I was just playing around out there with some, and this is a...
It was denim.
This is just...
Wasn't that denim?
Yeah, this is a denim blue and some, I don't know, other stuff I mixed
some black
together.
in it, maybe.
I think some pearl gray, maybe.
We could never recreate these.
But
it's a one-shot thing.
This is one we came up with. Again, they're not iron. This one's...
That one's really
it surged around. It's pretty
yeah,
raggy.
yeah. I mean, they're all sewn around except the one piece.
Then here's another one. This one was kind of done with a brush. I just kind of sprinkled the dye around on it, let it lay on a piece of...
I love that one.
Of trash bag, on a trash bag.
He did these for himself, but this next one, it may disappear out of your stash.
Yeah, this one here.
That one may disappear. I really like
this is
that
a
one.
purple. Actually, it's a purple you mixed up. I don't even know how you mixed it up.
I'm not sure.
And a pearl gray that I did, and this was in a tray.
I just love that one.
It was. I left it bunched up in the tray.
If you really want to use that one, you better hide it because it may disappear on you.
Okay.
What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine.
That's right. That's right. I've noticed that. Okay, and this is the last one that I dyed. Again, just messing around. And this is a hunter green, I think is what they call it.
I don't remember.
And again, we just laid it on. I laid it on a trash bag, and it's rather an odd shaped piece, but laid it on the trash bag and brushed it on there real heavy with the sponge brush. And then this side was laying down against the bag, and so it made a real neat kind of modeling. We
like the back side better than we did the front after it dried.
It doesn't really look very green to me, but that's what they say it is.
And that wasn't mixed with anything?
No.
See, I always thought that was the teal.
No.
Interesting.
So, but that's all I have, really.
You've put some time in stitching lately, but we're coming up on warm season when my stitching buddy will be out in the garage.
I hear the garage calling.
Yeah. That's okay.
And the yard taunting me.
Maybe you can show some of your
potatoes.
Potatoes. I'm sure y'all would love to see us potatoes, right? That sounds code for something not good. I don't know. But I meant your what's that stuff called?
Metal?
Metalwork, yeah. Is that all your whips?
That's all my whips. I'm very simple.
Whips. Okay. Here it is.
Ta-da.
Da-da-da. I got a lot of good suggestions when I asked people help, please. And what I have decided to do is one day a week, this is what I stitch on, and just not letting myself get, because, if you're only stitching one day a week on something that's this confetti heavy, sometimes just really doesn't feel like a lot. But as you can see, I'm nearing another column finish. I don't know if you can see that or not. I say so you can see, but as you can see, I'm nearing the top of another column. And I was hoping to get that done this week on my... the day I set aside for it this week. It just did not go as planned. So I only got about, what I tell you, 400 stitches in.
Only.
Yeah, only.
But you're almost a third of the way done.
I have a lot of free time. You work hard, so I don't have to, right?
I guess.
Shh, don't tell him that's not how it's supposed to work. Just keep that between us. And then I worked on, it's been a while since I've picked this one up because what I did do on this one was shortly after our last video, and I have not had a chance to pick it up again. And what I have done, Starry Night is down on 28 Count Monaco. I always forget to mention that. And this is...
And who's the pattern by?
Oh, I don't know. The Fine Arts Heritage Society. Sounds so ritzy.
Yeah, the Fine Arts.
I think this is, picture this plus storm. Pretty sure.
I think that's right.
14 count. And I finished, you don't mind.
Where's that? Storm.
Oh, yeah, there's my tag in my bag. I finished up Sherlock. Oh, that magnet is just too heavy. I don't want to lose my needle. I lost a needle the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I lost it good.
You did.
My hero came to my rescue
It's
because
like a needle in a couch.
I could not find it.
Okay, let me see.
I can't. I don't have very long arms.
I hope you can see that. I can't see when I hold it up either.
Well, maybe if I fold it back and just focus on Sherlock.
Yeah, there's Sherlock.
My favorite one has still been the Secret Garden, which is not too surprising because that's one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
I think I've even reread it as an adult a time or two. Almost lost my tag. Did you see that?
Yeah. Now you'll never know what it
No,
was.
I won't know because I certainly won't remember. And this next piece I am doing, a lot of people are doing this one, is Let Freedom Ring. There's how I'll look someday. This one I'm loving it. First time stitching on linen. It's 40 count, and while that's challenging, I have a magnifying glass. And I got a comment from Ken's World of Crafting that he was getting ready to start this one too. If there are others of you doing this one, I would love to keep up with your progress. If you would just leave us a comment below so that if we're not already subscribed to your channel, we can subscribe to your channel, because I would love to see everybody's work on this one. I think
That reminds me. I'd like to know if anybody out there has finished the dog.
The dog?
I'd like to see a finished dog. I mean,
He'd like to see hope that the dog can be finished. So if you are doing that one, let him know. Maybe even, I don't know if you can put pictures in the comments or not.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I like seeing the difference in how it looks on the different fabrics that everyone's choosing. The only one that I have seen completely finished is Ginger Gerald's. And I know Blitz Stitch is working on it.
He's working on it. It'll soon be done, probably, him.
Yeah. I can't think of... I know there are quite a few people doing it, but I can't think. And
It's in the silent majority, right?
Ken of Ken's World of Crafting will be starting it. And I finished page 2, and I've got started on page 3 and 4. I'm going to fold this.
Okay.
See if this thing is... This is going to get challenging to show once it gets... Okay. All right. Here we go.
I'm going to raise it up just a little.
Page 2 was mostly the flag. And as you can see, I chose not to put the word America in it. I think Ginger Gerald also did it. That I just didn't. And looking at people that had done it and put America in there, it just didn't show up enough for my liking. And I didn't want to change out the colors or anything. Didn't want to outline it. And so just decided. Plus it made it easier. I didn't have to count to put the letters in. And right now the 1/2 parts, they're no problem. Oh my. These 1/1s, not that they're not any harder. It's just, I don't know what you officially call those little nubs of linen that are thicker. I just have bad luck. It never fails. It falls over the 1/1, and it makes it harder for me to see what I'm doing and get it in the right place. And frogging 1/1 on 40 count, nightmare. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, this word here is up or down?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's not quite where it's supposed to be. It doesn't matter. I'm leaving it. That's all of my whips. Right?
Yeah, I think so. You're much more whippy than I am.
I'm lippy too.
Whippy.
I'm much more lippy too. Now I've showed this one before. I have not started this one because I was waiting to dye my fabric. Crowns of the Kingdom by Rosewood Manor. Have had everything to do it except the fabric dyed, and I got that dyed Friday night in our
You were waiting
late
to cut
night.
it and serge it.
Well, zigzags. I don't have a surgeon.
Yeah, zig.
But I got really nervous about cutting it. I was like, what if I mess up? And he's like, so we'll buy more.
Nothing wrong with money won't fix.
And I really, really liked how this turned out. I was really,
She
really
outdid herself on it.
excited how this one turned out. This is using purple Rit, and I deepened the purple with black. And then I let it, let it soak for, what, a half hour?
Half an hour.
I just love the way
And I
this
don't think
turned
the
out.
color's picking up on
I don't-
ours.
It's pretty close, I guess. I don't know. It's hard
We'll
for
see when you're into the video,
Yeah.
right?
It's hard for me to see what you're seeing on that little itty. We're doing this on my phone, so and I don't have one of those big phones. Mine is little, and I like that because I have little hands and I can hold it. My daughter has one, and I can barely do it with two hands. I don't want to carry a computer around
Yeah.
to make phone calls on, but my son keeps telling me, "Mom, that's
You got to, right?
yeah." Do you remember back? Gosh, I don't even remember what year it was. When cell phones were like, the smaller you could get, the better.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like not.
I'm carrying my iPad around.
Yeah. I'm showing my age here, aren't I? I do that often. Okay, I think that's...
Is there anything else?
I had racks.
Racks.
I had
All
two
right.
racks this month. Here's a woman on 123 Stitch that I chatted off and on with, or seen her post and stuff, and I don't know for how long, quite a few. I know she's been on there a long time, and then we found out we live 25, 30 minutes from each other, I think.
Yeah.
So we've
Well,
gotten
20 probably.
We've gotten together a couple times for lunch, and we're trying to getting schedules to line up sometimes is a challenge, but we're trying to get together and stitch. We found a good halfway place to stitch. We're gonna get together one of these days, but she sent me a rack, and it's by Thistles. I had never, yeah, I think so. Is that right? I think that's
I think that's what it says.
and it's called Heart to Heart.
Yeah, thistles.
I had never heard of them before, but this, for all you red bird lovers, and I know there are a lot of you out there, this is just the cutest. And I'm going to probably stitch this twice because I think I'll stitch this for your mom. She
She would
loves
like
red birds and she loves to sew, and it's a pin cushion. Now I don't know if I'll make mine into a pin cushion or not. I might. It's going to require the sewing machine if I do. Isn't this adorable? Just so sweet of her to send that. And this is, on my list of, it's on my soon to start pile, but I need to finish something. I'm getting a little way too out there.
You're getting strung out there.
I'm getting a little strung out. That's okay. I used to be a one-at-a-time stitcher and Flosstube. I'm blaming Flosstube. Then my daughter racked me. I really want to start this, but I'm scared to death. So if you have advice,
Or if you've stitched it.
this will be my first Haid. She got me the Phantom of the Opera one the other day when Haid had their 50% off sale.
Let's see if I can get that a little closer.
Okay.
Yes. Now I made everybody dizzy moving around.
Yeah, sorry. I know I want to do it on 28 count, and I want to do it over one square, obviously, or it will be like, you know, way too big. But I know a lot of you do tent stitch and use 2 threads. Will that work on 28 counts? I think it would if it'll work on the 25. I'm just not sure. I've never tent stitched anything before. So if you have, kind of let me know. Was the coverage okay? Did it, you know? Otherwise, I will do it 1/1 full X will be, and I'm just going to do it on a 28 count Monaco because I mean, it covers everything. So, but I have no real clue. And I'm going to start this. It's beautiful though.
Again, if you've done it, let us know. We'd love to see pictures
of what
if you've
seen it or you're in process of doing it, let me know. Would love to stitch along with you on this one. I have not spent much time looking around in Heaven Earth Designs webpage until this last sale. You could be on there days and not, I mean, days. How do you all pick out? I mean, I found this one because I typed in Phantom of the Opera cross stitch, not even on their website, and it came up. But if you're going on there just to, how do you sort through that?
Maybe you don't need that many aids.
This is a lifetime right here. This will follow me to the nursing home, I'm sure. It and Starry Night. That's all I have.
That's all you have?
Mm-hmm.
Well?
Plans.
Plans. You got plans?
I do have plans. I am trying to finish up page 3 and 4 on Let Freedom Ring by the end of March. I think I can. I don't know. And I would like to do the next square of Storytime Classics. I think it's Wizard of Oz is the next one. And that's would take me through to the end of March. And beyond that, I have no plans.
My plan is to finish the Easter egg, obviously.
Before Easter.
Before Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You better hurry.
And work on the dog, and I don't know if I'll start on the Vickery one or not. I don't know what's next. So.
You should.
Maybe I should.
Yeah. Whip it good.
I don't like to get too strung out there.
Yeah, especially yeah, that'll do it. Especially since you won't be working a lot on stuff.
I'll be dirty.
Yeah, his metalworking is not as clean of a hobby. And it's not as quiet of a hobby. I'm sure our neighbors love us when you're out there.
Yeah.
I gotta tell a story. He was out in the backyard working with the forge, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Being goofy, being loud, because, I mean, he's working with the forge. And our neighbor gets on his stepladder and looks over the fence to see what he's doing.
Yeah, your brother was out there being goofy, too.
Yeah. But, yeah, it kind of gets attention, I think.
Yeah.
That and the pillow of black
the
smoke.
Yeah.
I always kind of look around to make sure none of our neighbors are hanging clothes out to dry that day because, they'd be mad, wouldn't they? It would. Not to mention, I don't know if it would stain it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't let him work on it on days I have clothes hanging out there. Like, no, sorry, you're going to have to do something else. But.
Is that everything?
I think so.
All right. Well, hey, thank you all for tuning in and subscribing. And if you like what you see, give us a comment. If you're stitching something we're working on, show us what you're working on.
Yeah, if you have a floss tube.
Drop us a comment or a picture or something.
If you have a floss tube, give us the link below so we can follow you back.
Yeah. And you got an Instagram, so...
Mm-hmm, I have an Instagram.
What's your Instagram name?
I think it's Lori.monk.
Lori.monk.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, look for her on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can leave a picture there, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, but I know you can.
I could teach you.
You don't need to.
I could teach you.
That's okay.
You all would love to see his pictures on Instagram, wouldn't you? I think I heard him say yes.
Yeah. I don't think you're ready for that.
Why?
I don't think you're ready for me to have
To
an
teach
Instagram.
you?
Yeah.
If I can teach my mother how to use an iPhone, I can teach you how to have an Instagram.
Well, thank y'all for joining us. And we appreciate it. Like I said, we appreciate y'all viewing. And we'll see you, what, maybe a month?
Probably so. I know we were a couple weeks late. It was more like 6 weeks, so it kind of is what it is. So
we will be around.
yeah, we'll be back. I promise.
All right.
God bless.
Bye.